Bom, o próximo orador, mais uma vez bem-vindos às pessoas que não estavam cá na última sessão. O próximo orador é um cliente e velho amigo da Pantalha, acho que desde aí, 1992, para aí, início da SIC. E que vai falar um pouco sobre o use case que a SIC está a implementar, ou que estamos a implementar na SIC, com o VSN Explorer. E é isso, eu vou passar aqui. Entretanto, também falámos aqui que o Lopes pode dizer alguma coisa sobre a RTS, dado que são utilizadores desde 92 da RTS, e portanto, se o quiser fazer, esteja à vontade.
Ora, muito boa tarde a todos. Eu tenho que pedir aqui desculpas prévias pela minha pouca habilidade para enfrentar auditores e audiências. As desculpas evitam-se, como se costuma dizer. Quero-vos dizer que é um prazer estar aqui no meio de todos vós. Conheço praticamente toda a gente. Alguns são uns velhos amigos, outros amigos sólidos já há bastante tempo. E, portanto, o que eu vou aqui tentar dizer e expor é um pouco a história do processo que levou à nossa escolha pela solução da VSN, pelo VSN Explorer. Eu penso que o Alex já ter explicado com detalhe as funcionalidades e as virtualidades, digo eu, porque os defeitos ele esconde, do VSN Explorer. E, portanto, eu tenho no fim também só um breve resumo das componentes principais que são, de facto, são a base também da nossa escolha, mas se depois eu me tiver alongado muito, vocês farão o favor de começar, ou põem música ou uma coisa assim para eu terminar. Bom, e agora? Carreguem qual botão? Não, é o outro. Pronto, era bom que fosse este. Ok, nós temos aqui um diagrama de bloco da solução, das integrações que tínhamos com o nosso Media Asset Management, que aparece ali representado ao centro. E este Media Asset Management que nós temos, eu vou entretanto resumir a história das nossas implementações de MAM. Nós implementamos o primeiro sistema MAM, ou de arquivo digital, em 2007. Era um sistema que era da ERRIS na altura, que depois a ERRIS vendeu essa componente à Imagine Communications, que ainda existe, e essa solução de MAM chamava-se Archimedia. E por volta de 2013-14, esse sistema foi descontinuado pela Imagine, e nós optamos por uma solução, mais uma vez deles, que ainda se chama, porque ainda a temos, apesar de estar em fim de vida, chama-se Invenio. Portanto, é a solução Invenio da Imagine. Essa solução, o fim de vida foi anunciado já há 2 anos, ainda mantemos a funcionar com suporte por especialíssimo favor da fábrica, e portanto é composta por um core de MAM, e por uma outra camada bastante importante de orquestração de workflows e de gestão de workflows. Portanto, temos o Invenio Insight e o Invenio Motion, que estão ali representados. Nós temos integração com estas plataformas todas. Desde logo, começando pela esquerda, nós temos integração com o MAM dos nossos principais sistemas de redação. Temos o Neo Computing System, que é o nosso ENPS. Alguns de vocês utilizam Avid News ou iNews, e temos também o sistema de produção, que é um sistema da Sony, que neste momento é Sony Hive, já foi o Synapse, foi antes o Newsbase, quando a SIC Notícias arrancou no ano 2001, e portanto nós temos integração ao nível de exportar para arquivo as rundowns e os scripts das histórias, e exportarmos o conteúdo todo para arquivo. Ao mesmo tempo, os jornalistas que o seu cliente MAM têm acesso ao conteúdo que está arquivado, e fazem eles autonomamente restore ou partial restore do conteúdo que está arquivado para as suas pastas locais, para desencadear a edição de peças com conteúdo que estava no arquivo. Depois temos as outras áreas todas, que interagem mais unidirecionalmente do ponto de vista de irem recuperar conteúdo do arquivo para o processar. Temos vários workflows especialmente de legendagem com integração do core do MAM e do workflow orchestrator com a plataforma de transcoding e transformação de conteúdos da Telestream Vantage. Funciona bastante bem. E temos estas áreas todas na prática. Do lado do G-Media e do lado, portanto, nós a partir de 2014-15 mudamos um pouco a filosofia, porque até aí só arquivávamos conteúdo que era considerado património da SIC, que era criado pela SIC ou comprado pela SIC, e a partir daí, com o Luís Marques como administrador da SIC, depois ter vindo da RTP, que implementamos o conceito de Digital Content Management, em que arquivamos todo o conteúdo que chega à estação, quer tenha direitos de exibição temporários. Sorry, I'm speaking in Portuguese. I just noticed that I should be speaking in English, right? No. I'm very sorry. So I'll carry on in English. I forgot it. Okay, so I was briefly saying that we have MAM system since 2007, and in 2014 we implemented the current MAM system, that is a solution of Imagine Communications called reuniu. So we have integrations of the MAM core with all these platforms that you can see, including the playout that is represented on the right bottom side. And what we do, we use mainly the newsroom computing system and the business management system, G-Media, to generate information or metadata to be loaded into the media asset management system, and to act as the main asset or the parent asset of all video content. So this means that we export metadata of the series, the episodes, and everything from G-Media, the business management system, and we export rundowns and story scripts from ENPS. And subsequently, we export all the video that is related with these metadata assets. And in the MAM system, the MAM system creates relationships between the metadata asset components and the media components. And so all these areas have access to a MAM client, and they restore totally or partially content from the MAM system. So we reached the end of life of the solution, and we start looking for a new solution. And so we prepared an RFP, and we went to the market to try to replace the MAM Insight, the Invent Insight core, because the workflow manager still has support from the Imagine. But of course we were listening to the market to understand what the market could offer. And then we did all of this based on these key requirements, let's say. So we had this care about key things like the user interface that should be improved and much better than the one we had, about workflows and the way, and we looked for an easy way to make ourselves fully autonomous to create new workflows and being completely independent of the manufacturer. So, and of course the integration with all platforms was absolutely mandatory and crucial. And of course data migration is a worrying step in this process. We have more than 6 million records in the database. We have more than 1 million video assets, high-res video assets, and correspondent proxy clips in the MAM, so it's huge. And so we wanted to avoid, as much as possible, massive content migration processes that too long to be executed. And of course, all the the systems integration. Of course, we as operators, as engineers, we always look to the best partnerships, but at the same time, we look for agile partnerships and smooth relationships between us and the possible systems integrators. So we ask to the candidates to or present a partner as systems integrator or presenting themselves as systems integrator. That's what VSN did. And of course, the calendar was crucial at that time, and it's still crucial. Sorry, I have a mistake on that fourth. That fourth manufacturer is a mistake. So we had 5. So we launched the RFP we addressed the RFP to 5 candidates. We received 3 answers, so they are exposed here. And at the end, VSN proposed to implement the system that is currently being implemented based on these components: VSN Explorer MAM, the production asset manager as well. That is something that looks attractive to us that we didn't have in the past. The BPM, the business processing manager, it's light, agile, and it is replacing the former workflow manager. And of course, we have the quality check. And another nice thing is the integrated web editor that VSN offered that has a lot of functionalities. It's not normal nowadays to see in a MAM system a tool like this being integrated. Many manufacturers tend to address the candidates to implement a system like this, to use the most common editing tools in the market and propose some integration. So this looked attractive to us. And another add-on, I think Fabio has been demonstrating, and together with Alex, a new AI tool. By the time that we decided, VSN was offering integration with Ethic Media. That is a platform of AI as well. We acquired and incorporated the Ethic Media platform integrated with VSN, and we have to talk to see if we keep with this or not. It works. It's just a matter of deciding what to do in the future. So we have there the representation of the key components that are being implemented. So the Explorer, MAM and PAM, and the business process manager as well, that manages all the workflows and the creation of workflows and the workflow management, and also the quality check platform. VSN offered something that we also liked, that is they developed their own transcoding and platform. So they in a cluster of so-called workers, and so VSN takes care of the proxy creation and proxy generation, which is nice because it reduces the load over the telestream transforming farm, and leaves this platform for many other jobs. I will go along. So what was our strategy? Sorry about this. So these were the key items. I don't have the other 2 that were being compared, of course, but this was the response of VSN. So we have here the integration with the NPS, with Hive, with the existing central ingest, and with the existing business management system that's finished and being tested. So VSN delivered the quality check platform and also added the artificial intelligence solutions. We have to say that, for instance, we decided with VSN that we have a number of hours for free included on the one-shot payment that we made to VSN. we have a number of hours per month and per year. We decided that we will start using the AI tool to do voice-to-text transcription of our main news bulletins, and using 2 other functionalities just for those 2 key new services of SIC. This was this is the compilation of the analysis. You see, VSN had a unanimous choice, let's say. We have here other, let's say, functional components or functional features that were analyzed that also led for a unanimous choice for VSN Explorer. And we have again the same thing. So VSN collected the unanimity of all team composed by 10 people from various areas. We visit Apunct Media that is using VSN Explorer. It's a big use case. They don't have a 24-hour news channel, but they migrated they have a huge archive, and they migrated all their legacy databases of various times to the VSN environment, and it's working very well. So they have integration with Dalet Newsroom. They have radio and they have television, and they have integration with Dalet Newsroom components. And for us it was a quite valuable visit, and it worked as a good example for our decision. Of course, we look for the presence in the market, and at the end we have this compilation of the recommendation that we made to the board. And VSN Explorer presented to us also a roadmap that was interesting by the time, and so it looked very professional. And of course, we are always looking for the size of the development team and for the size of the support team. By that time, we felt comfortable, and we still feel comfortable. Of course, we will demand to Fabio that he will reinforce the team always, and the engineering team. But it has been working according more or less according to this roadmap that was presented by VSN. So these are the key components. So the part of this is in the website of VSN. I'm not using the new brand of VSN, but it was not supposed to be taking care of that. Of course, this is a full, HTML5 based. It's a fully browser-based solution, which is very important. And there are a lot of possible integrations and technologies that can be used. So via API, XML import exports. Most of the interface we have are via XML or flat file import and export. So we didn't change that a lot to facilitate this transition process. Of course, there are special components being developed or that were already developed by the development team. But as I told you, they have a powerful online video editing tool, and they have a simpler player that is used can be used by the users. So they have kind of framework. So this is the front end of the VSN Explorer suite that is quite friendly. It's quite easy to navigate along the several pages, easy to configure, and as I told you, we have available media asset management module, production asset management model. We have tested last week or this week the integration with Adobe Premiere, so we can have a user in the post-production area that can use Adobe Premiere. He is able to navigate, search, and restore and download content to the post-production directly. the business process manager has been working better than we expected, to be honest. When we visit Apunt Media, it looked a bit slow. It's working fine. So we have several workflows already implemented, and the speed that we experience is quite good. And we have a component of BI that we never had in the MAM. So we have several types of data that we can use to have statistics, to have metrics. We asked for a few more. For instance, for how many times a piece of content was restored, for how long it is being retained, and so on, to help the archiving people and the strategic and to contribute for a strategy, because many times the operational people think that an archive is like a warehouse where you can put everything, but it costs a lot of money because the storage occupation grows and grows on a daily basis quite dramatically, and many times we are nearly having the capacity of the nearline storages and the robots and so on being exhausted. Yeah, so this is a representation of the metadata structure in the MAM. As I told you, we have integration with business process manager and the business intelligence. So there are several functionalities that were required, like this advanced search. So it's quite easy, and there are, due to the long life of VSN Explorer, there are a lot of possibilities to define advanced searches and to save these advanced searches, which is a good functionality. These are key things that we also look for. So we have here a representation of a screen when you of a user. When you search, you have this view of the results on the right side, and you can define what you can have in each tab or in each of the windows, and from that point you can dive into what you want. You can, if you want to see keyframes, if you want to see video, or if you want to see the scripts or stories, whatever. About the rights permission and the rights management, it's also very powerful, quite easy to define on a user or an administration level, with the screens like those, with no need of diving or having engineering skills to do this. As I told you, we have a good low resolution player. This is the player, but we have also the web edit, as I told you. This is a quite interesting editor, and it has most of the functionalities that a normal editor use, including you can, for instance, create timelines and for instance, run. You can consolidate many shots that you have collected from a clip, and you can export as a shot list with all shots separated. You can do partial restores of an entire clip. You can consolidate this as a single clip. So it's very useful, and it was one of the key components that led the archiving and the operational people to decide for VSN. So of course this NLE integration, I told about it. So we have already it implemented with Adobe Premiere. We are integrating this, the file ingest that we are running. So it's going to use our business management system to create the XML with the various parameters on different fields, to run different workflows in background, and to lead us in having the let's say the transformation in between, and also the the export to several destinations with transformation in between as well. So these are about the data model. That's something that was quite a surprise for us as well, because we took a reasonable time, a significant time, to define the field mapping related with our legacy, let's say, field choice and field mapping of the current MAM, and we added many other fields of other platforms that we wanted to add on our MAM to enrich the, let's say, the cataloging, or to enrich, and also to provide more capacity and many, a larger capacity for us to search and look for data of fields that didn't exist in the past. This is quite easy to manage on an environment like this, on VSN Explorer. Not something that needs to be done in background. Of any administrator of the platform easily can run and change the fields that they want to be part of the, let's say, the data model. There are, VSN uses the proper and standard thesaurus model. We had to convert our thesaurus to their thesaurus. It's done, and it's working for now. This is a view of the workflow view, which is quite useful. Any user can have access. When a user triggers a restore, he has access to this. So he easily can understand how long the restore that he triggered is going to take, or if it's finished or not. We have now a simple tool, quite simple tool, that is only provides the view of each user, each workflow that each user triggered. Here, the user can dive and can go and see in more detail each step and which step is being is happening at that time. And this is something that the user has easy access and easily navigates from the search screen to the workflow viewer and checks immediately what is the state of the content that he wants to restore. And here we have a representation of the BPM. It's quite easy to create and build new processes, new workflows. It was something that we were looking for in the past. Alex implemented 3 or 4 key workflows. We want to create ourselves all the 50 something workflows that we currently have and want, and we will do that. So for now, we feel quite comfortable in using the tool, and the speed of each step has been really good. So we are quite confident in the good result and in good performance of this part. So with this, and here we have the PAM that we didn't have in the past. So most of the TV stations after the migration to the tapeless environment, or we start facing a huge problem, because in the past you had the self-promo people, you had the guys of the entertainment, the news guys, they had all their walls full of shelves of tapes everywhere. Now we have files. So if they have rights to, if they have permissions to write in a folder in the nearline storage, they create their own archive in the folders that they have created. So we are always fighting against the anarchy of the users in creating digital content. That's quite a challenge, much more than the technology. I think the strategy for the content that has to be permanently archived or residing in the central repository is critical and is crucial. And we have that with the self-promo guys and the guys of the post-production that create magazines for the entertainment area, because they want to keep all their rushes for everything. Some of them want to keep all the cameras that they record in a production. They want to keep the shots or the key shots of every camera. So that's not possible to do in a traditional MAM system, where you have a structure of metadata, so a quite strict structure and a quite, as I said, a quite hierarchical structure of metadata, and so it's not possible to be storing and cataloging every rush and every piece of content that all those guys want to keep. So the PAM model, it's a quite interesting one, because it's dedicated, much more dedicated to this, not to the cataloging and to the management of the let's say the heritage content, or the content that we have rights to re-exhibit it, but to be a supporting tool and a supporting module for this daily work. And this module can have underneath several types of repositories and the users of a post-production area. I want to have the ladies that of Fama Show and so on. That so I want to implement new rules where the guys that go to shoot in the field to then edit a magazine, that they ingest the most important content through this platform, and then they create a proxy review here, because we want to have control of that. This is a possible way that we have to control the anarchy and the random and unpredictable content creation. And part of BI is also important. We asked VSN to add a few more features. We would like to have here this, let's say, these metrics and this data being exposed to allow us to contribute for the strategy to reduce the anarchy that we all face, especially when we have a 24-hour news production channel or several thematic channels where you create magazines every day. And of course, I told you about ethic media. We have all these possibilities of all these functionalities in this component. VSN talked about the new component. We are going to use part of this to, as I said, to do voice-to-text transcription. So after the voice-to-text transcription, we can have all the words indexed. We had an example. We all of us know